Oh, baby, baby, is how a lot of pop songs start. They come from the heart, and that's not where I'm singing from. Oh, baby, I'm gonna sing cliches to you. Oh, it's a Saturday night. Oh, we're not gonna fuss or fight, gonna start the show. Hey everybody, it's Laurel.
Hi.
Talking about the only show.
Maybe you should just do a concert. It's really good.
Ooh, take those! Oh man, those chords are so good. What happened to
Maybe
my
just do a
clapper
concert.
machine? Should we just do a concert?
Yeah.
Hi everybody! Hi people! Hi.
Just do a concert.
There we go. Hi. How is everybody? So yeah. Once again,
There's no rule saying we have to have a game
No,
show.
there
Just
really
do a
isn't.
concert.
Yeah, it's David Telter. Let's have some
Hello.
old school fun. Only show, old school. All of a sudden, I realized those two things have the same initials because
Let's have some OS
and
fun.
yeah, we're old school, and we're gonna. Are you just visiting? You just dropping by, or are you gonna?
Yeah,
you gonna
you know,
join?
whatever.
That you might actually come by for a show.
I'm mixing it up.
Laura's mixing it up tonight.
I have
Listen,
to go get my glasses in the other room, but I thought
we've
I would
been
just drop
doing
in,
this,
say
exact-
hi, and be like, hey, why don't you do a concert?
what a lovely idea.
That seems amazing.
Yeah. So, you ever have one of those friends who, let's say you've known him since the second grade,
Oh boy,
and let's say he's one of those friends who is just intent.
he might be here tonight.
He might be, or he might be watching later, who is just intent
Uh-huh.
on grossing you the fuck out. You know the profile of the person that I'm speaking of, even
But-
without knowing him personally.
But when he gets
Yeah.
in the family group text, he grosses you out, but I catch it first.
Yeah. Well, so
So
thankfully,
I go, nah, don't read what he's talking about because it's to specifically to gross you out.
So I'm not going to say who this person is, but his name rhymes with Jack Meyenberg. Now, so my dear friend Jack is at I think it's a lacrosse game. Is that this newfangled thing that these kids are playing today to make yourself more attractive to the liberal arts colleges? I'm told. Anyway, he's there at a lacrosse game, presumably with one of his kids. I don't think Jack just goes out and hangs out at middle school lacrosse games for fun on the weekends. Although you do you, dude. Don't let me yuck your yum. Anyway, then he starts talking about some kid is blowing something out. Honestly, I'm not gonna go there because listen. I have a quality promise to you, the fine viewers of the Only Show family, to not do that sort of thing. Jack has made no sort of promise, no such promise to me. How is everybody doing this week? Well, we're getting started. Ange and Fuzz, hello, friends. We're very happy for our friend Angela. So something wonderful happened in Angela's room. That would very nice. I like this. You look like Rachel Zoe. I got my sunnies on.
I got these at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, those are fabulous. I love
Why don't
those.
you put them on?
I don't know. When I said I was trying to do a Rachel Zoe impression, I got my sunnies on, but all of a sudden I kind of sounded like Paul Lynn in the center square. Kids, ask your parents. Anyway, I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. But listen, so how is everybody doing? Once again, we managed to have some sort of phantom smell in the house.
It wasn't a
This
phantom. It
this
wasn't
is the bane
phantom.
of my wife's existence.
It wasn't phantom. It was a real
I'm gonna
smell.
wear these things. No,
And then you,
I don't mean to imply that it wasn't
you
real.
didn't provide the helpful information.
Does phantom mean? I guess
Phantom means it doesn't exist, but you smell it. This was an actual smell.
What I mean actually is, what's the word?
Mystery smell is what you mean.
Mystery smell. Okay,
Mysterious smell.
It's a
Every week the house smells like something.
It's an idiopathic smell. Hi, Christina. Hi.
Okay.
Christina is listening, much like E.F. Hutton in the E.F.
Where are we
Hutton
at
commercials.
this week?
Well, my
Okay,
broker
so-
is E.F. Hutton, and E.F. Hutton says.
So I don't know if you're following the saga of the crawl space, but
Yeah.
like
Would
every
you? Would you
other
be?
week there is a dead smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So.
because
We don't know why. We didn't have this problem for all the years
Right.
that we
and because
lived
I
here,
have
but
a
now all of
super
sudden,
sense of smell, I
got a
can
good
smell the
sniffer.
minute that mouse is deceased. The minute,
Yeah,
right?
as soon as that mouse gives up the ghost and Lori's nose is on the job, it's like,
I'm like, what's
"Hey,
the
we got,
smell?"
we got a fucking dead mouse.
There's a mouse
in the
somewhere.
crawl space.
There's a dead mouse. And even the bug guy is like, I don't think so. And I'm like, go down there. Here's where it is. It's right there.
I think this bug guy is at the point where he's just basically mapping out his day around
So sick of
our
us.
property because he's just like, well, I'm going to have to show up at some point.
Okay,
Gonna
so the
have to show up
smell
at
of the
some point.
week. The smell of the week. Why don't you do a bumper for a smell of the week?
Smell of the week. Smell of the
Smell of the
week.
week.
Hey, get your sniffer. It's smell of the week. Bum.
So the smell of the week was cat piss.
Yes, yes. So we wake up one morning and it's coming from one specific room and really one specific spot in one room. And we don't have cats, and we've never had cats. And I'm like, what could be causing this suddenly? On a a fucking Thursday for there to suddenly be cat urine smell, and I'm like, well, and so Lori's looking it up, and there are all sorts of things that could potentially cause
Expensive things they could be,
Expensive
right? It
things
could
that
be,
it could be.
it could be mold.
Mold.
It could be Freon
no.
coming from your HVAC. I'm like, nah, don't be
yeah,
that.
I don't wanna be
because
hearing that.
I don't want that. Right?
I don't want to be hearing that at all.
I'm not trying to hear that.
So anyway,
sounds
so
expensive.
she gets the guy. These are fabulous, by the way. She gets our trusty pest control fella out. This kid is what? He's like 23, 24 years old. And he certainly, I think his car at this point just sort of drives itself to our property.
Listen.
Yeah.
This guy comes here so much because now.
How much
now,
does he come here?
Okay, now I know you're thinking, don't pay for pest control, but when you live in the forest, oh my
Oh no,
God.
you need to get
No,
somebody
no.
on
Sometimes
on
things
some form of
happen,
retainer.
and you're like, I don't know what to do about
Yeah.
that. So, yeah.
So the bottom line is, so he comes out. Well, actually, we're kind of sniffing around. I'm like, is it the refrigerator? Is it a Freon leak? Is it and then eventually, I lift up the register on one of the floor vents. I'm like, whoa, hey, there it is. All right, that's it.
That's right.
That's the
it
smell
was
of cat
kind
piss.
of an ammonia smell, but it was
Yeah.
very like musky,
Oh,
right?
Joe.
Musky.
Hello, Joe.
So-
Yes.
So
Yes, it
okay,
is ammonia.
so
Yeah.
finally I call the bug guy. I text
Yeah.
the bug guy because the bug guy made a real mistake of giving me his number.
Oh, that was a terrible mistake on his
You
part.
should not have done that.
Should not have done
So I
that, dude.
texted him like, "Hey, I need you to come back. There's a bad smell in the house." And he said, "What's the smell?" And I was like, "I don't know. Ammonia, kind of like a cat pee, but like a kind of a muskrat forward smell. I don't know. What am I
yes,
trying
it's
to?
top notes of
trying to-
muskrat
right?
is what I'm getting.
I'm trying to
It's-
describe a bad
yeah,
smell.
it's
What's
got-
the smell? He
Yeah,
says.
it's kind of a kitty litter
I'm
finish.
like, I don't know. Come put your face in the floor register and smell it yourself.
Yeah.
So finally he comes in. I'm on the phone with Ange, and now we're laughing because
Sure.
I'm like, I'm just going to make this kid put his face in the
Put
floor.
his
and
sniffer
just
right
tell
on
me
the
what-
floor and tell us what, because
So-
this is what he does for a
Yeah.
living, folks. This
So
is his job.
he
It's
puts his
actual
nose
job.
in the floor register and he goes, "I'm sorry, I don't smell anything."
He did. I heard him say that.
And I go, "What do you have, COVID?" And he goes, No, don't wish that on me. I've had COVID a bunch of times.
Yeah, you don't want to wish
So,
that on
wait,
a
you
fella.
have big news. This is big news.
Well,
Big-
yeah,
okay,
no,
here we
I
go.
do. But
Here we
the
go.
bottom line is, as it turns out, so this is very funny. As we're talking about this afterwards, I'm like, I had noticed on the ring cam a cat that had come by once every couple of weeks. And so apparently we have a cat now that it's like a neighborhood. It might be the neighbor's cat, literally the neighbor's cat, who's been spraying, I think.
What's
I
the
think it's-
neighbor's cat doing out at
I don't
night?
fucking know.
though?
I have no idea.
Don't
Yeah.
you let your indoor cat? I don't know anything about cats.
How do cats work?
If
I
you
no idea.
have an indoor-outdoor cat,
Yeah.
Does it come in at night?
I don't. Some do, some don't. I don't know. That's
How does
maybe
that
what
work?
the cat door
How do
is
cats
for.
work?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Can
Anyway,
someone tell me?
on that note, oh, look at something's different. What's different? Oh no! Look at that! I got it laminated. What? Holy shit, kids! Oh my god! I finally did it. I've been talking about doing it this whole time, and I finally managed. Oh shit! Don't do that. We're gonna get a copyright strike. I managed. Good night, everybody. Yeah.
What are
Okay.
you
Good.
do-
Yeah.
What's
I have
going
no
on
idea.
over there?
I don't know. Okay.
What's going on?
Good
Are you
night.
okay?
Good night.
Bro, you okay?
I think I did a face plant on the.
He got the sign laminated.
I got
Okay.
the sign laminated. I just figured it was time. And look at the back of this thing. It was definitely time because honestly, this thing was going
It
to
has droplets on it,
disintegrate
for sure.
from droplets at some point. So anyway, what other things? Jumping right into the game, gang. What other things should we have laminated? What other things do you think it would be a good idea for us to have laminated on the fine broadcast tonight? Let's have some music. It's so nice to see everybody. We're so glad you guys.
Let's circle back to the cat piss smell.
Sure, why not?
So I get the bug guy out here. I make him stick his face in the floor register, and he goes, "I don't smell anything." And I'm like,
Right.
keep going because I smell something, so you're not leaving here.
Right, exactly.
So he kind of like
she basically the door's locked from the outside.
Yeah.
Until you solve
like,
this
you're
problem.
staying.
Yeah, you're
so he basically investigates and he goes, "Okay, I found something. It's a gap in the whatever." He fills the gap and then he goes, "But it seems to me like a cat might have peed on your house." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
So I let him go finally. He checks the crawl space and the attic, whatever else.
This is honestly, he just does a lap. This
Right.
is his.
He does this
when
is
he
his
shows
lap.
up, when Lori calls with some sort
Right.
of smell, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a lap around the crawl
Oh my
space,
God.
and I do a wrap.
He's
around
been
the-
here so many times. I go, well, there's a smell. And he goes, "Which room?
Yeah,
and
it's-
which floor register?"
He knows exactly.
I describe it to him, and he goes, "The living room, but by the studio
I
or
think
by
he has-
the bar?"
I think he has bad dreams about our home.
Yeah.
At this point, I think.
Also,
he really
this
does.
is
We're
the same
haunting.
guy that put his foot through our ceiling.
Yeah,
Like, that's
so,
how
so
often
you
he's
know,
here.
you
Okay.
know exactly. He's here so often. He's decided to actually do property damage. That's how often he's here.
Okay, so anyway, here's the end of the story. Stefan goes, "Oh, maybe the cat pee smell was caused by the cat."
Well, I said,
And I go,
there has been a cat
"What
that
cat?"
has,
And
that
he
I've
goes,
seen on
"Well,
the ring
there has
cam.
been a cat on the ring cam," and I'm like, "When was the time to give me that information? Was it when I said it's the house smells like cat piss?"
Honestly, it didn't really occur to me because it's come like once in 2 weeks. So I saw it like 2 nights ago, and then I had seen it
I'm
previously.
3
like
days into this bug guy drama,
Yeah,
and you just offer this cat information?
But listen-
No, there's a cat right there where the piss smell is coming from.
I don't claim to be the sharpest, tool on the pegboard, kids. I'm just putting it together one day at a time. I get dressed the same way that all of you do, right? I put my, they say you put your pants on one leg at a time. I find that to be very misleading. I honestly, you can, if you do it right, if you can kind of lean back on the bed, put your pants in, both feet there, now pull them up all at once like that. What you should say, what the aphorism should be is, the adage should be, he puts his socks on one sock at a time, right? That makes more sense, doesn't
He
it?
volunteers cat information 2 days after it is needed. That's what the expression should be.
Yeah, okay, all right, good. So we're going to basically coin a phrase about the very metaphorical situation that we're trying to describe here by describing
actual situation.
By describing the actual situation. Yeah, so.
He gives information too late. That's
That
it,
guy
that's
was
it.
that vice president was so stupid. How
stupid was he?
He was like a vice president that couldn't spell potato.
We never hear about that vice president.
And I was thinking
It's
about Dan
almost
Quayle,
like Elon Musk is the vice
running
president.
the show, vice president.
Vice president?
Yeah. What other things should we have laminated? Our social security statements. Yeah, they'll protect him. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Trump. Fat Bob, that paper that you got a C plus in
Fat
3rd grade.
Bob.
Fat Bob. We miss Fat Bob. Let's see the Constitution, pest control card, my 20s skin. Oh, Ange, you and me both good. I'm like the guy from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've seen the Ark. Let's see the cat dumps dead. Bonnie's final offer. Fashion Steve. The minnows, the testicles of a small capybara. And an Obama presidency. All of those are fabulous. I think I'm going to go right off the bat with Christina for our Social Security statement.
Oh, yeah.
Because get your filthy hands off. All right. So
Get your dirty mitts off. My Social Security statement.
So we've been problem solving this week. We dealt with that. What are the
Cat
problems?
piss.
Yeah, but then there was something. There were a couple of other things that we problem solved on this week. What were they?
Oh, so all week long, this is a oh for fuck's sake week.
That's
right?
what it- that's what it
like
is. Yeah.
you fix one thing and then another thing breaks, or you wake up and the house smells like cat piss and you don't have a cat. Right.
And so
and then this morning, the heater was broken for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, so it's just like owning a home is a lovely thing, and I honestly I love it. I love.
But it is a
I love
lot of
having a
problem
home,
solving, right?
But
it's
it
like
does.
you get
It
up and you're like,
comes with,
what's that?
you know,
What's
there's
that
an
problem?
exchange. There you exchange. Being able to be like, hey, can you come and fix everything
And if
for
I'm
me
honest,
with? Oh, I have to fix
50%
this,
of the
don't I?
time, even if Eric doesn't do that thing, I'm tempted to text Eric like, "What's the cat piss smell in my
Eric,
house?
honestly, there's a cat
Can
piss
you
smell.
do something
Can you
about
do something
this?
about
What
this,
is
Eric?
it?
Come on.
Can you help it?"
Where is Atwood? Is he here?
Carrie's here.
Carrie's here. Hi, Mom. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. We're so glad that you're here. Anyway, what problem did you solve this week? My mom solved some problems.
Jen solved a major
mom
problem.
solved some
she
big
got
problems.
her Wi-Fi working.
Yeah,
That was a big deal.
And I think she was getting consultations for her taxes. Oh, she's problem solving Jen. I'm gonna make a bumper.
Right?
Problem solving Jan. There we go.
She's solving problems.
What problem did you solve this week, kid?
Okay, so this week we were working on cat piss.
Yeah.
The heater not working.
Right.
Let's see.
Just
What
another.
else didn't work this week?
It's another day in the life, another
Sure.
week in the life
Sure.
of our home in the middle of a forest full of trees that are prone to fall down. Did we tell you
here
about
we
that?
go.
Yeah.
Fuzz was just researching fixing our range hood motor before the. Oh, you know what? There's another problem that I'm in denial about.
Okay.
The fan in the bathroom and the master bedroom is making a noise,
Oh,
and I'm
it
like,
is.
no,
It
thank
is.
you.
And I'm
No,
like, I don't want to. No,
no.
I'm trying not
I don't
to
want
hear
that. I don't
No,
want to replace
honestly,
that. I don't want to know what that is.
That sounds
No
expensive.
thanks.
You know
No thanks.
when you're kind of going through your home some
Yeah.
days and you hear something or you see something like that sounds
makes a noise and you're
slash
like,
looks
nah,
expensive.
turn it up,
Let's
turn it
just
up.
honestly turn the music up. That's what I'm
okay.
going to do.
That's okay. I don't need that.
You know,
I
you
don't
do
need
that in the
thing.
car sometimes.
No.
You're just driving along. It's like you hear some sort of and it's like, no. Let's turn that.
Nah.
Turn the Don Henley tape up. What am I, 90? Don Henley tape? That was
Turn
the
up the
first
Don
thing
Henley tape?
that came out of my mouth. I don't even like Don Henley. Tape? What the hell is going on with me?
Oh, okay. Buzz says the cat dumps dead mice in your crawl space, then pisses in your ducts. It's the bug guy's trained cat. Okay, you know what's so funny?
Well, see,
You know
but we've
what's
got the
so
bug guy
funny?
on retainer, though, so unless he just loves coming to be
You know what's
at
so
our
funny?
home,
The bug guy
he's not
rolls
getting
up.
any bonus from this.
And I said, so Ange said, I'm on the phone with Ange, right? And she goes, maybe he's causing these smells himself. And I go, hey, Anthony, my friend says you're causing these smells yourself. And he goes, what benefit would that be
Why
to
would
me?
I do that? Why would I do that? He doesn't see an extra dime if he gets to hang out with us. We're scintillating company, as I think you can attest.
How would that help
can you
me,
not?
says Anthony. I had to drive from Seattle to here because you guys belong to me.
This kid, honestly, is he's quite sharp. He's got a sharp wit. Jeff says, my cousin Jeff. Hi, cousin Jeff. He says we need a barn cat. Listen, Jeff. I don't know if you know this, but when we were growing up out in Corral de Tierra, my mom one day, I think it was just my mom brought home a cat, right? It was just one cat. We started with one. The cat's name was Squeaky. It happened to be a female. We did not have that cat spayed. We should have had that cat spayed because basically she was patient zero, right? There are still cats to this. She bred and all those cats split for the woods.
Patient zero or mother cat zero?
Sure,
right?
take your pick. Yeah, and she literally was the. I don't know, like in those like Planet of the Apes, like the Caesar is like I'm the godfather of all of the talking apes. She birthed, I'm sure at this point, probably 18 generations of fucking barn cats, and they all feral. Probably the bird population is at zero up there because we introduced cats into the environment, and
apparently cats are really bad for the environment, right? Like they eat the birds, and then the birds,
Yeah, and
eat
it
the
disrupts
mice,
the
and
entire
it's a really-
ecosystem.
Yeah, the whole thing.
It's quite a thing. Okay, so what problem did you solve this week? David solved Maria. How do you solve a
How
problem?
do you solve no problem? Maria?
Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
Hi, girl.
Hello.
Let's see. Fuzz says he solved the problem, what the source of our smell is. Fuzz became a human shield between me and a client I want to murder. Is that did he solve a problem or did he prevent the resolution of a problem? Because maybe
Murder was the
case that they gave
you.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
The high cost of stocks says yeah, exactly. We've solved the problem of the high cost of stocks by bringing them down. We've lost our lease.
Sure.
My mom has the internet working again. Yes, that was the problem that she solved. above the stove microwave oven went kerplunk this week. David, I'm sorry to hear that. Where's my? No, there we go. No, wrong. Wait, hang on. That's the one.
Yeah, that's exactly.
A 2x2 Rubik's cube. Right, that's just four cubes
1,
and
2,
boom. Okay,
3, 4.
good.
That's all I have the mental bandwidth for right now.
Basically. Kathy says, I solved no problems, just created them. Christina figured out how to keep living in these times. Christina, you need to offer a seminar. So many of us, no fucking clue how to do this. Carrie's trying to identify what the blood and guts smeared on the walls is, blaming it on the cats, but what and why?
Carrie wants us to stop with the cat hating. Listen, we don't hate cats, we just don't have a cat, and therefore, why does our house smell like cat piss?
Honestly, Carrie, is your home being, do you have a poltergeist? Is that what's happening here?
She says Musk is the problem, not the cats.
Blood and feces smeared on the wall. That's no good. Let's see. We solved the problem of what to do with the cheesecake in the fridge. Did it end up in your tummy?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
freeze it?
Did you smuggle it in
Did
your
you
tummy?
portion it out? No, you didn't.
How to make the Bluetooth work. Kathy said she solved the problem of a pain-free neck by trying to sleep. Now it's pain all the time. Boo.
I feel you. I have the pain neck, the painful neck.
My mom said we should have named her Eve, the cat. Yeah, exactly. We have a cat named Rowdy at our house barn. Kills mice and rats. That's a good thing that those will do.
I like cats. I just can't touch them or be near them or interact with them in any way.
We did solve the problem of excessive tourism, as Kathy said. Nobody wants to come here. I've been on Reddit boards. People are like, hey, we're not coming to your country anymore. Guess what? Musk reminds me of a cat. Sure. Who put the bop in the bop de bop de bop?
Who put the ram in the ram-a-lam-a ding dong?
Crawl space odor naming. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response? To what problem
I
did you
give
solve
the point
this week?
to Joe for the price of stuff. High price of
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah, solve that.
Solved.
Okay.
Great.
Quick work. Hey, listen, I don't know if you've been following this in the news. We'll move on right to our video portion.
Yes, speaking of Musk.
Cybertrucks have been recalled.
All of them.
All of them. They're recalling all of them because a panel may fall off while you're driving. Whoopsie.
And kill you.
And kill you. Whoopsie doodle. So in addition to having to drive a Cybertruck, driving said Cybertruck could also wind up by presumably killing you. So there you go. But I guess caveat emptor.
And by being real ugly.
Yeah. So other ways a Tesla truck can kill you. Other ways a Tesla Cybertruck can kill you. Delightful evening tonight. So glad to have you here. Do you guys catch the lunar eclipse the other night, by the way?
It was lovely.
It was very cool. So you know that we live in the Pacific Northwest here, famously known for its clear skies and not rain virtually 365 days a year. But for whatever reason, we actually happen to have I was out walking the dog.
I moved here for the gloom, okay?
Laura,
I don't know why
loves
people
the
are like,
gloom.
oh my God, it rains so much. I'm like, yeah, that's why you came here.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Listen, if you come here, it's not like somebody didn't warn you. It's not like somebody said, hey, it's a tropical paradise in Seattle. You know what you're getting. Anyway.
Yeah, that's like moving to Los Angeles or the desert or any of the California places and be like, oh my God, it's so sunny here.
It's so sunny.
That's what I said all the time, and then I moved because I sounded dumb.
It's like moving to Los Angeles. What are all these desperate, sad actors doing everywhere? I can't stand this. What?
There's
Is
at
this
least
new?
one
Is this new?
LA person.
Yeah. There's at least one LA person where?
There's at least one LA person on this stream
Oh,
going,
on
oh
the
my
stream
God,
today?
why do you hate LA so much?
No, listen. We love our friends in LA, and honestly, we were talking the other night. The food, the food in Los Angeles. Did you know that Los Angeles was the place where they invented the French dip sandwich? You can still get it. It's a place called Philippe's. It's downtown. There's one of those places with sawdust on the floor and picnic, bench seating, and they still sell coffee for a dime. At least they did the last time that I was here. Brother, can you spare a dime? Other ways, a Tesla truck. Did I pin it? I did not.
I don't think you did.
I never did.
Oh, Christina, you think I'm kidding. She says, Laura was smelling musky scents because she is so keenly in tune with threats in the environment. You think I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Every time something goes wrong, I smell it and I call someone and then they go, wow, that's it. Like the fireplace had a leak in it or something, and I was like,
you
smells
sniffed
like
that out.
gas,
You
smells like
sniffed
gas.
that out far before I did,
The
so.
fireplace guy was like, damn, we should bring you along with us. Like, you are like a bomb-sniffing
She's
dog.
a bloodhound, basically,
Yeah.
in human form. It's good. Otherwise, the Cybertruck can kill you. Shame by driving them. Let's see. Random mob storming. Embarrassment. Causing such aggressive eye roll that the brain fails. I thought they were recalled by getting hit with spray paint, rocks, sledgehammers, Molotov cocktails, and disproportionately large numbers. I'm told they're bulletproof. Did you guys know? That's creepy. That's a very creepy fact that they're bulletproof. At least the windows are bulletproof. Domestic terrorism. The trunk door can snap off a finger. Hey, well, sure, but that's what they call a value add. In Musk World, self-destruct when approaching Planned Parenthood. Suzanne Zabo's here, ladies and gentlemen. Dear friend Suzanne. Your giant asshole swallows your head completely as you drive your asshole truck. Exactly. Radio stuck on ABBA. Noah, says David. No, Laurel, my comment was a play on Musk. Musk smell.
Oh, well.
Zabe is here. He says, if you buy one, you're already dead on the inside.
Did
your
you
body
guys get your package from winning last week?
We sent you a package of Peeps.
We sent you a package of Peeps.
Numbers. Yeah, delicious. Let's see. So I think let's give this one to Joe for self-destruct when approaching a Planned Parenthood. They do. They're designed to do that.
Joe is
anyway,
on fire.
Laura actually pointed out it was a very trenchant observation, I thought. So you heard about the two astronauts who had been stuck up at the space station for, 9 months longer than they had anticipated being there, which is...
And that's really scary, right?
That's a surprise.
When you hear that, you get secondhand anxiety for them, right?
Little bit.
You're like, oh my God.
If you're claustrophobic like we are...
Well, I would never be an astronaut, right?
No,
but if I
they
were
wouldn't let us be an astronaut.
And I have way too much anxiety. But if I went up there and then they said, sorry, you're going to have to stay here for we don't know how long, I would just bug out.
I honestly, have you ever seen that Ren and Stimpy episode called Space Madness? That would be me. Space Madness.
The second day,
dude,
I would be like, okay, I'm bugging out, I guess.
Oh my God. But, you're just kind of like this. I'm free.
No, I would be like, I want to go home, and I would open the door,
yeah, exactly.
and then we would all explode. Right?
Yeah, exactly. We would basically take all the other astronauts with us. So anyway, one Elon Quigley Musk, I don't know what his middle name is, sends a rocket up there, a SpaceX rocket, to go and rescue these people. But when they came back down to Earth, he missed what could have been probably the greatest photo op of his life. And so Laura was saying, like, hey, pal, what do you think?
I just don't understand. Elon Musk is a smart guy, right? He knows everyone hates him. Yeah. So why doesn't he just roll up to the astronauts who he saved? Good for him, right? Put your arms around them and go, I did this, motherfuckers, right? Like... why didn't he do that?
It is my understanding that Elon Musk doesn't fucking care what you think. Honestly,
what does he want, though? What does he want? If he doesn't want people to like him, why did he get those astronauts?
Yeah, I don't know. Ask a sociopath. I don't know. Maybe they'll have some insight for you.
If he wasn't doing it for brand equity or PR purposes, why did he do it?
I have no fucking idea. Okay. By the way, I don't know if you saw a photo of the astronauts when they got back. They literally look like remember the old guy in 2001?
100 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like the guy. He's on his deathbed with the mat.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
That's
it looked like it had aged them 50 years. Anyway, how can Elon rehabilitate his public image, if not through posing with just returned astronauts? How can Elon rehabilitate his public image? Let's see.
I don't understand how he paid for that and then missed the greatest photo opportunity of probably this decade, right? I got those astronauts down here. Yeah. Here I am.
Hi, everybody. Hi, it's me. And says, and this was in answer to other ways the Tesla truck can kill you. It eats your Don Henley cassette. That's exactly right, Ann. Where the fuck did that come from? Anyway, so when you're in space, also your muscles atrophy,
so they were in wheelchairs when they got off.
Zero gravity,
they had
right?
To take them off, and that was very sad.
Laura was listening to an interview with some guy who had been to space and then had come back, and I guess he was up there for long enough that when he got back, like you literally, when you feel your skin, like your skin is like hanging earthbound. And it's like it would be a very, very strange sensation.
The astronaut, the interview that I listened to, that I watched, the guy said, just for fun, when we landed, we tried to lift a water bottle and we couldn't do it. We were so weak we couldn't even lift one thing. And they had to go to PT and regain their strength.
Also, and every time I remember the first time when I was a kid and they started sending female astronauts, and then there were all the jokes about how are you going to bone up in space? Zero gravity. I guess when there's a will, there's a way.
This is the problem?
5th grade. I don't know. Wasn't it something like 5th grade? These are the sorts of things that kids immediately think about. Let's see. How can Elon rehabilitate his public image? This is yours. Let's see. Burial, says Kathy. Yes.
Eric Atwood has entered the chat.
Allow his mini-me to do all of his speaking. A face transplant. Bring back Ruth Bader Ginsburg from the dead. Let's see. Go back to South Africa, says my mom. Go back to where you came from, Elon. How about that?
Immigrant.
Donating some billions for the school for kids who don't read good. I like that. Have more children. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. By using Doge savings to launch him to the International Space Station where he can stay forever. He keeps talking about wanting to go to Mars. Go!
Why don't you go?
Bye, Felicia.
Why don't you go?
Go fuck that planet up. How about that? Sell the recalled cyberdumps to Hesgeth. I always want to say Hegseth's army. He has white supremacist tattoos under that strangely expensive suit. His army at 10 times the price for Trump's invasion of Canada. Oh, this timeline. Can we stop? Can we get off this timeline, please?
I'm not enjoying it.
Invent the time machine and go back and show. Oh, hello, Eric. You can read Eric's comment if you choose to.
Yeah,
I did. Moving abroad and make a video of himself cleaning. Nope. Ange. That's warning. That's one warning for you, Ange. Next time it's a spanking.
That's the second Boogers reference.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Damn it. Taking a trip to Mars and be full of his own kids. Fight Club. He can't. Buy a puppy. Don't let the blast hit you, asshole. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response to how can Elon rehabilitate his
I'm just going to tell you, Eric made me laugh out loud with that
what's
comment that I'm not going to read.
You can go ahead and read it if you want to.
Sorry.
We won't be on it. So anyway, hey, listen, I know that you people are always in the market for a good buy, particularly when it's free. We talk about Bonnie and her meat giveaways here all the time. Well, we found
I found something for you. You're going to want it. You're going to go get it. Eric Atwood's going to go down tomorrow and get it.
Here we go. It is a 1960s trailer. Free, it says. Hey, and it says it's gutted up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't read the...
Why is it free?
Why would something like this be free? I have to ask. Here we go. Yeah, so I got a small camper trailer, gutted out, setting in an old lady's backyard. No title, can have free. Fix it up or make a little trailer of it. Well, first and foremost, fella, presumably who's writing this, it already is a little trailer. I don't think I would need to make one.
Should we go get this and make a camper out of it or something? Would it be fun? Would it be a fun project, or would we have to take the bodies out?
Honestly, I think, you would have to probably gut out the meth lab and bodies from the inside. What else does this free trailer come with, do we suppose? What else does this free trailer come with? It's, honestly, the imagination... The imagination
I'm
reels,
sorry,
does
it's
it not?
just so murdery, right?
Sure
and it's the Pacific Northwest. It's the murderer capital of the United States.
Ted Bundy got to start.
Just come get it. It's filled with bodies, okay?
Yeah,
the investigation will not come back to you.
Exactly.
You will say, come on.
Sure. What does this free trailer come with? Honestly, maybe this will be our mobile studio from now on. Once we've cleared out.
It comes with lice, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some sort of
you got some germ in there.
Skin disease,
right.
some sort of contact fungal infection you can get from this fabulous trailer.
Gary says lots and lots of cat pee. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure it's filled.
Listen,
to the brim
if you don't
with
like
cats.
if you have a sensitive nose, this is the trailer for you, friends. Oh my goodness!
It has its own on-call bug guy.
Honestly, there's smells probably about 4 generations deep, I would imagine.
It has black mold, at least. Are you kidding? It has son of black mold.
I don't know. I kind of love this idea of we could do our only. We could basically do an only show version of Burning Man, right? We'll find a place in the middle of nowhere. We'll just get this camper. We'll all stay in it because it seems big enough to sleep.
Do you think we should go get
30
it?
of us.
And if we go get it, we're going to need Eric Atwood to go
Well,
get it.
obviously, we're going to need Eric Atwood because he has a trailer hitch.
And he knows how to do things, and we
He
don't
does
know.
know how to do things. We don't know how to do things.
Eric, does that sound like a fun
Oh,
side
wait.
project for
Oops.
us?
What does this free trailer come with? 12-pack of Billy Beer, says Dave. Remember Billy Beer? That was
Comes with Despair.
Billy Carter's younger brother. Black mold, musky smells. Its own on-call bug guy. Let's see.
It comes with a blue tarp roof.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
certainly does. Filled with Steve Bannon, says my mom. A year's supply of herpes and meth waste.
One thing goes wrong with this thing, and you call the person, and he goes, "Don't come crying to me. It was free." Okay. Like,
Listen, you're doing me a favor by getting this out of here. So
it's setting in an old lady's yard. Okay.
Setting, Setting. Bodies certainly comes with bodies. Let's see, citations from the fire department. The smell of cigarettes and hopelessness. That is for sure. Yep.
Stolen high school chemistry equipment. That's a good answer. It probably is a meth lab.
I'm sure it probably is,
Yeah,
and that
it probably
explains the tarp because you got to be able to vent that stuff every once in a while.
Yep.
After you get the product all smurfed in there, you got to put that top part out there. Yeah.
Carrie says you will have to disclose at every doctor's appointment that you have been in that
You've
trailer.
been in the trailer, yeah,
for at least 2 weeks.
Sign triplicate.
Have you been in that trailer? What's in that trailer? Stink is in that trailer. That's what lives in there.
What does
Stink.
this free trailer come with? A project that never ends, says Ange. Twix wrappers, a giant mushroom under the rug. This can be the new green couch, says Christina.
That's right. That's right.
Suzanne says, my new superhero named Son of Black Mold. Measles, liabilities. Put a window air conditioner and cool off Bonnie's porch beef.
Sure. Put all of Bonnie's shit in there. It's I'm sure it's roomy.
It doesn't say who's giving it away. It could be Bonnie.
Okay.
Bonnie could be giving that
Sure.
away. We don't know. Stolen high school chemistry equipment. Exactly. Children, grandma's corpse, kidneys in a freezer. Call 911 on the mirror, scrawled in lipstick. The deleted Department of Education. Ed McMahon, brainworms. Voodoo dolls, rope, and tarps. Your dog's hurt real bad, mister.
Here's my point. If you're gonna put something that broke dick on the internet, maybe don't do it. Just demolish it and take it to the dump.
I
right?
wanted to see, honestly, I wanted to see the comments.
It's on its last legs. It's not good. It's
the
not
ghost
good.
of the previous owner, Trump's 2020 ballots, discarded condom wrappers and crusty socks, 3 cups, lung cancer. Steve, this is good. This is good.
I got your free trailer. And now I have leukemia. Is that all right? I'm not okay.
Let's give it to my mom for the Department of Education. Yeah.
That's right.
In there. All right. Listen, I know that there are folks here watching our fine broadcast who are fans of culinary innovation. Are we not? We're all very, we get excited when we see something new that's never been combined in just this way. Introducing the pizza cupcake. Ladies and gentlemen, the convenience of pizza.
Now we're just taking words and putting them together.
Exactly. Hey, what I'd really like? I'd like to have a slice of pizza, but I'd also like it in the form of a cupcake. Said no one ever.
You know what?
Presumably.
And this whole company is based on weird things combining.
I guess so. Anyway, at last, someone combined blank with blank. Oh, finally. Somebody got my many, many letters that I wrote to the fucking Cheeseboro Ponds or Battle Creek, Michigan.
Your mom's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, listen, Mom, if you're not their target demo, there's shit out of luck, right?
Oh, my God. Jan, the cat on the leash ran away this week and then was found.
Wait, the cat? You mean the cat on the leash from the Fred Meyer?
Yeah.
You're kidding. How did you find out about this?
Well, the cat on the leash.
Is that the one that's been under our deck? Pissing on our...
No, the cat on the leash. Wait, did I not tell you this?
No.
Okay, so we were over at your mom's last Sunday, and her neighbors came up, and they were like, we saw a cat on a leash. And I go, was it this cat?
Was it that cat? And sure enough,
And
because
it was
how
the
many could there
same
be?
cat.
Sure, right. Yeah.
And then the neighbor texted me like, hey, that cat ran away. And I'm like, it was on a leash. How did it run away?
Honestly, maybe that's the reason why they keep it on a leash, because it's the cat that keeps running away. And the reason why it runs away is because it is owned by the kind of people who would actually put it on a leash. Right? That makes sense.
It's like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm on a leash half the time. Fuck this.
Let's see. I'll ask somebody combine blank with
Cat.
blank. Pizza in a cup, says
That's right.
Zabe. Yes, this is the best pizza in a cup ever. Let's see. I just lost my. By the way, that I'm reminded of that episode of Freaks and Geeks where Sam dates a girl for the first time, and he's like, and his friends, his dork friends, are like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I took her to go see The Jerk." And she didn't even laugh, not once. And they're like, "Oh man, remember when The Jerk was like it was the ne plus ultra of young boy humor? Like if you, we used to quote that movie to each other, my dork friends and I.
The thermos thing? Or
Yeah, I'm picking out a thermos for you.
Yeah. Okay, but maybe if you're going on a date with a girl, you're mature enough not to think The Jerk is funny anymore.
Well, maybe, but I mean, certainly not in 6th grade. Let's see, I lost my cookies over pizza cupcakes, says David. Okay. Let's see, does it come in veggie lovers, says Ange. Cottage cheese with peanut butter parfaits. Free trailers with vaccinations. That's a combination, a taste combination that can't be beat. Fashion Steve with Bonnie's Beef. Tito's with Tito's. My dad would have been a fan. Let's see, lawsuits with potluck. Veggie lovers pizza and mushrooms. Let's see. Cat piss with the Ring video. Tacos and Mexican Coke. Oh, that's it. That is a match made in heaven. You're right. Halloween treats and actually Jarritos. Lime Jarritos.
This is all caps. How have I not thought of this?
Halloween treat. Well, listen.
It's at your store. Go get
obviously,
it, man.
my friend, it's because you haven't smoked enough dope.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing,
Obviously.
the sort of outside of the box thinking that we count on here. Halloween treats and surprise screams. Democrats with voting. Have we tried? Have we tried combining Democrats with voting?
No.
Kurds with everything. Evangelical fascists and earth-friendly trucks. Betty Crocker and hardcore bake oven. That's funny. Let's see. So not easy bake, hardcore bake. I like that. Pasties and pastries. Oh, that's good, Ray. I like that. That's very clever. Peeps with Adderall. Ange watched The Jerk so much that when she was a kid, she got a crush on Bernadette Peters. Girl, same. We all did. Oysters with the garbage.
She has naturally curly hair.
She does. Orange soda and root beer. Yeah, it's called a suicide from where when I was growing up. America and affordable health care. Have we tried it? So many fabulous answers. This is you, my dear Laurel. Who had
Yes.
the funniest response?
I'm going to give it to Angela for, have you tried combining cat piss with the Ring video?
Yeah, all right, good. I like that. Now listen,
callback
that
to my
was a
struggle.
superlative round there, folks. Really top-notch work. So listen, I know that there are those of you who enjoy a Pizza Hut pizza. We've been talking about this. Now,
No, this is too much. I can't.
Now-
I
Now,
am
the
dead
fine
from
folks at
secondhand
Pizza Hut,
embarrassment from this, okay?
they realize that their product has been around, I believe, since the mid to early 1970s. And they're like, you know what we need to do? We need to shake things up with an ad campaign, perhaps a rebrand of some sort. Let's put our finest minds together. We'll get the top agency in the country to put something together. Let's throw $10 million at this rebrand. And here, my friends, I am excited to show you the rebrand for Pizza Hut. Introducing
Here we go.
Huddy.
Huddy.
His name is Huddy.
He's a Pizza Hut roof.
He's a Pizza Hut roof. Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, this is what $10 million will buy you.
Right. Let
Yeah.
me also mention that I used to work in an agency as a
Huddy.
copywriter.
Yeah.
And sometimes things like this would come across your desk like, okay, why don't you do all the exciting copy for this?
Yeah.
And it would be like, okay, here I go. 365 days of pizza? Yup. Welcome to March with Huddy. That's me. They're letting me give away free pizza for a year. And inside you're like, I wanted to be a writer.
This is honestly the kind of copy
I majored in
you can
English.
feel the weeping. You can actually feel the tears and desperation in every word of this copy. Also,
And the creative director goes, you know what? Can you just amp that up a little bit?
Sure. Now, and I have, I don't know if you know this about me, I was once a voice actor. And one of the things that you would do is, and I'm absolutely positive that there is a voice for Huddy.
Can you do an audition as if you're auditioning to be the voice of Huddy?
No, but what I can tell you is this. This is what the audition would look like. Huddy is your best pal. Huddy is relatable and hip and cool. And Huddy is the kind of, Huddy is the kind of friend who would slap you on the back while you're watching the Knicks game. And you know, a voice reference, Ed Norton, Jason, you know, whatever, Jason Segel. And then you want to die inside. And everybody involved. Oh, and I should
Can
add,
you write Huddy to be funnier?
Who is this Huddy?
Oh,
It says here, Huddy is the ultimate tournament companion. I guess they mean March Madness. Dropping hot hoop takes and even hotter pizza deals. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody wrote that.
Somebody wrote that.
And then
Pride.
somebody commented on it, and then the person had to edit it and rewrite it
Yeah.
until it was Huddy enough.
So honestly, a few things that I would add to this is I don't know who this is aimed toward. It seems like it's aimed toward sort of a Gen Z audience. But guess what? Nobody born in this century remembers Pizza Hut having a roof. And
Right.
not only that, most people this century have never actually eaten in
There's
a
no
Pizza Hut.
dine-in
There's
Pizza
no
Hut
dine-in
anymore,
Pizza
right?
Hut.
No,
Yeah.
they can't afford to still have that building. So how are they going to know what the roof look like? Anyway,
So I do have to say here, one of the things you can do, this red bar here says, start chatting with Huddy on Instagram right now and get a pizza deal
Sure.
each round of the tournament. So either they have an AI robot chatting as Huddy, or even more desperately sad, an actual human answering messages as Huddy. What are you going to chat with Huddy about? What are you going to chat with Huddy about? And I think we should, honestly. I think this is our golden opportunity.
should we go chat with Huddy
We
right
should
now?
perhaps go and chat with Huddy
Hi,
right now.
Huddy.
Hi, Huddy. What
Do
are
you
gonna
have
chat
a pizza cupcake there?
Chat with exactly. My mom had a one-word response, which is why.
Why?
That's fair. Why? Why
Because
indeed?
agency people need jobs.
Honestly, somebody had to justify their position.
And that took millions of dollars.
Oh, I'm
to
sure
get
that
to Huddy.
rebrand was
that was focus
and basically it was $10 million to produce something that basically looks like a Pizza Hut roof, like Clippy. Right? He basically looks like Clippy. Remember Clippy?
Yeah.
Oh God, I fucking hated Clippy. You guys remember Clippy? Hey, it looks like you're running water. Hey, Clippy, fuck off. Fuck off, Clippy.
You're not spacing that right. Fuck off, Clippy. Close yourself. Close yourself. God damn it.
Fucking Clippy. Jesus H. Christ. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what are we talking to?
I think you're gonna chat with Huddy about Huddy.
Yeah. Somebody probably got fired for not wearing enough pieces of flair while writing this copy. I don't really like to talk about my flair.
No, I don't like that.
I don't know, but Wendy's one social media Wendy's was doing some really interesting things on TikTok. I
Zabe
believe.
would like to see Huddy's haboobs.
That's a fine
Haboub
callback.
from last
Sure,
weekend.
The
We
Haboub.
were just talking about how there's no funnily named weather event this
There
weekend.
just is not.
We just
Damn
got too
shame.
much mileage out of the Haboub.
We got a lot of mileage out of the Haboub. Yeah. And then
we
what-
drove the Haboub until it was dead like that.
What do they call it here? A storm dome, or what's it called?
I don't know.
No, what was the thing that shut our power off? What was that called? A
the bomb cyclone?
That was
Sure.
it. The bomb diggity cyclone, yo. Hey, all the kids. Huddy just reminds me of the menstrual cup. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Huddy is my new therapist. Let's see. The STD I got from the pineapple on my pizza. Ouch. Mushrooms. You're going to ask him about mushrooms. Sure. Let's see. Ray Saloom, I think Huddy is the child of a Cybertruck and the Kool-Aid man.
That's
hey,
right.
Kool-Aid.
That's right.
Quit causing property damage, Kool-Aid man. The 16th century Mongolian literature and the downfall of Western civilization. Sure, why not? I mean, listen, Huddy's down to talk about hoops, but Huddy also is a surprisingly deep thinker. If you want to get into Hegelian epistemology, I think
Is
Huddy
this
would
what
go
we're
there
doing
with you.
with
Yeah.
Huddy?
Yeah. Huddy is AI, so nobody has to pay him, probably. I'd ask to see, my Excel spreadsheet. D's Huts says, that's very funny.
D's Huts.
It's feelings about peddling cancer-causing cured meats to the public. Sure. Huddy, why didn't you vote? Yeah, Huddy, you're
right.
eligible.
That's right.
If Huddy's willing to listen, I will bring the Kleenex. His Lord and Savior Cthulhu legally changing the name to Slutty for more bang to the buck. That's very funny, David. I like that. Did Pizza the Hut actually eat himself to death? Did we suspect foul play? No, Huddy, I don't want to join Amway. Ozempic pricing, how to build a better resume. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is
you.
This is me, isn't it?
Good luck to you.
I'm gonna give it to Ange for D's Huts. And that was very funny. D's Huts. So listen, Laura was reading a story about a woman. I believe she's in her 40s, in South Korea, who was so determined to learn
Is
how to
she in
drive.
her 40s or is she in her 60s?
Well, how old was
let's
this
look at the
woman?
photo.
I didn't save the
woman
photo. I didn't save the photo.
Wait, you don't have the photo?
I didn't bring the photo. No.
Wait, should I send you the photo?
No. I thought we
Okay.
would just talk about the news
Okay.
story. I apologize.
There's this woman who in South Korea
Yeah.
who spent $13,000 on driving lessons.
$13,000.
Took the driving test
960 times. Ladies and
before
gentlemen.
she passed it.
960 times.
Okay. Now, this brings up an interesting discussion.
Sure.
when does resilience become delusion?
At what point is
Right.
there's a fine line, but a very discernible line between delusion, between determination and delusion.
Right?
And maybe
good
lady,
for her for not giving up, but sometimes you're bad at something. Like I'm bad at swimming.
I'm
bad at it.
Honestly, there might be a reason why this person is not meant to drive,
Yeah.
right? Like maybe
I don't want
in
to
a
discourage
different
people,
timeline.
but sometimes, everyone's bad at something, right? What are you bad at?
I'm bad at math. Oh God,
Okay.
I'm terrible at math.
Do you want to go become a physicist or an astronaut?
Absolutely
or
not.
Somebody that
Absolutely
does math
not.
all day,
I
every
know
day?
my lane.
And
Yeah.
you want to try to do that 960 times?
I mean, but I mean, in this woman's defense, I suppose driving is, it's functional.
She spent
gives you a certain.
$13,000 on driving lessons.
You could have spent all that money on a
on
personal
Ubers,
driver,
right?
on a private driver.
The universe just doesn't want you to
does
drive.
not want you driving.
I'm not discouraging her. I think it's great that she's stuck in there. I'm just worried for her that the universe was going, no. Okay, fine. Yes, go ahead.
Did you guys
go ahead?
Did you guys have one of those friends? Everybody has one of those friends when you're all growing up. You're bunch of friends, and everybody starts getting their licenses, and there's that one friend like you should not. No, you.
Yeah.
Not you. Definitely not. You have bad impulse control.
You're a bad driver, in the making.
You seem like you have balance issues. I don't think you should be behind the wheel of a 2,000-pound vehicle.
Driving's not for everyone.
Not
and
for
that's
everybody.
okay.
Shouldn't be.
Right? Some people don't like it. Some people don't do it. I don't know why this woman had to push it over. Ann says, time out. I just wanted to say that I love you guys.
I love you as well.
Love you too.
Time in. Hey, Joe says, so you're saying I can still be a QB in the NFL?
Apparently so. You can try 979 more times.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Anyway, what did you try 960 times before getting it right? What did you try 960 times before finally getting it right? Yeah, I did pass my driver's test on the first go around, but I was so determined. Now apparently kids right now are not rushing out to
Motivated.
get their
makes
licenses. Does it? I guess it's because a lot of interaction socially now seems to happen online, right?
They don't have to go anywhere.
There's not the same imperative like with us. It was synonymous with independence. Like I want to be able to I want to go where I want to go, and so having a
Plus,
a
Gen X
license.
people's parents were like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, can you leave,
Doing
please?
that.
Yeah. Also, and go ahead and start buying luggage for when you're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get rehearsing
Get
for
out of
2
here.
years later when you're 18,
Go
and then
play
you can.
outside with your friend.
hit
Okay,
the-
now,
yeah.
are you old enough? Go drive outside with your friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was no sense of danger then.
Well,
It was
there was always the don't take candy from strangers, but that was kind of the extent of it. And presumably, when you're in your own car, you can outrun the guy in the van with the.
It was don't take a candy apple from strangers, right? Like don't take a homemade item that might have a razor in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember when we were trick or treating. When I first introduced to the idea of trick or treating, it was always like, well, yeah, don't take anything that isn't wrapped. And then, of course, you would have to have your parents vet your candy when you would bring it home. And suddenly, like 3 or 4 Snickers bars would just suddenly disappear. Pretty strange.
Kathy said, counting to 960.
Counting tonight, very good. Well, so yeah,
And then
we got
Ange
1,
voted
2,
for
3,
her.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. Let's see. Christina says, "I'll never tell." Did it involve the green couch, Christina?
I mean, maybe.
Let's see. The only show Zabe had to yeah, and you've got it dialed in now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, did you try it 960 times before you liked it? Or,
Oh no,
that's okay.
I think
That's
before
okay.
he won it. I think maybe that's what it is.
We've been here for 5 years.
We've
Like,
been doing this a while.
You'll like us
Doing this for-
eventually. Or you'll be like,
this for a minute.
still?
Yeah. We still with you guys? Seriously, I keep scrolling. Honestly, I scroll by every Saturday. I used
you
to.
serious?
Still at it. Flappy Bird says Joe, using a semicolon correctly. Deciding not to be an actor. Yes, I myself got that after a couple tries. First time sex. My mom had sex for the first time 960 times. That was very impressive.
I don't want to delve too deeply into that. I
No.
just,
No. I honestly, those sorts of things just bounce right off me now. Hey, kapow! How
After
about
all
that?
those dildo references
Absolutely.
over the past 5 years, sure.
Oiling my baseball glove in my bedroom with the door locked when I was 11. What are you doing in there, son?
What are you doing
Pound,
in there?
pound, pound. Got to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
The hard Sudoku. Masturbating to in the air. That's our second masturbation reference here. Masturbating to in the air tonight to make sure the fireworks went off at the right time. Ba-da, 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 ba-ba. I've never tried that before. I should try that. You got it. Oh, I'm getting closer. Here comes the drum fill. Okay, let's see. Seeing if I can drink responsibly, I can. As it turns out, we all can.
We all can.
Takes a few tries. Let's see. Connecting the Bluetooth to my car. Shutting up, says Eric. Not returning text, too. That last jump on the 6-4, that last jump on World 6-4 on Super Mario Brothers. I wish I knew more about video games. Finding Waldo, finishing the Lord of the Rings trilogy without sleeping. So Joe was just like,
You know what I'm not good at? Video games. You know what I'm not going to try 960 times to see if I'm good at it?
Video games. Sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
One-on-one World of Super Mario Brothers. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Eric texting people back. Look at how I've grown, says Mom. Exactly. I'm all grown up now.
Do you think at any time that woman's driving teacher was like, you know what? Maybe this is not for you.
Yeah, maybe, and she probably just had to keep getting different teachers because, listen, ma'am, honestly, I'll take your money.
Ma'am, you're unteachable.
I'll take your money, but yeah, it's like just running down the pylons. He's like,
we were trying to write a punchline for that, and we're like, the woman could not be reached for comment because she's been killed in a car accident.
Yeah, because she mowed down a school bus full of children and died in the process.
She took her newly found license to the market and died on the way.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened with her.
And God said, I tried to warn you 960 times.
I sent a rowboat. Sure. Let's see, getting the USB cord to fit in the slot in the right direction. 960. Yeah, exactly, Zabe.
3 times in a row. 1, 2,
mathematically impossible.
3.
Something that is binary should be one or the other, and yet it always takes 3 times. Ridiculous. Yeah. Let's see, and I'm glad to know I'm not alone in that. Getting all the divisible factors of 960 in the correct order. Ray does math. I don't know if you guys know this. Finding that one chin hair. Answering with PBBJ. Beating the TAS in Mario Brothers. His driving teacher stood outside the car. Her driving teacher stood outside the car, bothering to say "what the fuck" while reading the news. While what's his face is president. This is you, kiddo. Who had the funniest response?
Did we cover this already? You didn't take driver's ed in high school, right? Because you didn't have that.
No, I had to take it from an outside.
Privately, right.
We did have it. But I had already taken it by the time.
Okay.
Anyway.
When you took driver's ed, so we had the driver's ed car that was owned by the high school, and we had our driver's ed teacher, and they would take us out like whatever. And it was like it was some kind of Dodge or something. And on the passenger side, the driver's ed teacher had an emergency brake that he would just slam on.
Chicken brake.
We were like, all right, stop it. Bam!
Chicken brake.
We're like, oh, God.
That honestly
Mr.
saved
LaRue
me.
is trying to kill us.
That saved me one time because I didn't realize that you couldn't make a left turn when the light just turned green. I'm like, okay, it's my turn to go. It's like, bump, no. Hey,
That's
pal.
Right. That's right.
I like being attached to my
who got slammed on the
limbs.
brakes a lot was Jared Solomon. He was a speed demon.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Because we had to go out in groups of 4. No, groups of 3, right? It was the 3 people and then the driver's ed teacher.
Right.
You did groups of 1, right?
It was groups of 1 because we were paying for it.
You were paying, right.
Yeah.
We went out in groups of 3. Take your life in your hands in the
That's
back
what I
seat
heard.
with only the lap belt.
Which is
We're
kind of
like,
crazy.
We're all gonna die
it's
out
your
here.
fellow students, and you're helpless in the back seat. So, dear Laura, who had the funniest response to?
I'm gonna give it to Ange.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ange. Ray gave it to Ange as well.
Answering with PBBJ.
That's right. So listen, we're on to the speed round now. Let's go. Oh, Jesus, it's already 9 o'clock.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. Listen, us with the blabber.
Tried to keep it short.
We can't stop ourselves. I'm starting a support group. Starting a support group for people dealing with blank. I'm starting a support group for people dealing with blank.
Suzanne says, I had the exact same experience as Laura. Okay, you take 3 of your friends, but they're not really your friends. They're just
people
classmates,
just
right?
people you
and you're like,
to
that
get
guy's
stuck
a little squirrely. And then you're
with.
in the back, and the squirrely guy's driving.
Right, that one guy from the friend group who probably shouldn't be driving, should not get a car.
And you're kind of grouped by last name or where you sat in class or something. You're like, all right, we're going out for the drive. You're like, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna fucking die.
It's 1989. Here we are. All gonna die.
I have a very close friend who I don't think probably should have driven at the age of 16. Yeah. He definitely should not have driven at the age. Mom knows who I'm talking about. He should not have driven at the age of 16, and yet he did, and we lived. Almost killed me a couple times.
Ange says, I am still very good friends with the person I took driver's ed with when I was 15.
Some relationships are just meant to be.
Yeah.
What do they say? A reason, a season, or
forever.
Forever. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I'm starting a support group for people who are still using software where Clippy is enabled. Still paying for AOL. People asking me to join their support group. Politically induced eczema. Being in a support group. I like that,
That's
David.
right. That's right.
That's very meta. That's very Charlie Kaufman, is what that is.
That's very. I put cottage cheese in my cottage cheese from last week.
And because, yeah, exactly. And because great minds think alike, Zabe says a support group for people dealing with support groups. Let's see, the first 100 times trying to answer with PBBJ. Free trailers, being American. Yeah, no shit. The hoarding of self-help books from their local library. We had a shipping container in the school parking lot. Oh, this Carrie's talking about driving ed experience. Owning a Cybertruck, having to work. Yeah. Let's see. Having a moral compass. Prank calling Huddy, says my mom. Illness from eating Bonnie's beef and other leftovers, she posts. Yeah, Carrie says we had a shipping container in the school parking lot that had like 6 driving simulators in it. We all watched the same janky screen at the front of the container and would pretend to drive along.
And that was your driver's ed?
That was it. Basically,
no,
you were
actual driving time? How did you pass the test?
You were like Maggie Simpson in the opening of the Simpsons credits. Beep, beep. Yeah.
I thought my experience was everyone's experience. Like everyone goes out with two other people and the driver's ed teacher who slams on the brakes every 5 minutes.
I kind of like
And
these.
then they're all right.
I like these because they go over my existing. I don't have prescription sunglasses,
Okay.
and so these go
You
over
look cool,
my,
actually.
my. I look like Mike D. Is what I look like with my bad breath onion rings. Yeah. All right. So Ange and Fuzz are already singing along. Mike D. Yep. With your bad self running things.
With the bad breath onion rings.
Okay, so we've got, this is me, correct? I'm going to give it to David for being in a support group. I'm in a support group for people dealing with being in a support group.
Hi, David.
Hi, David. Let's see. A few last-minute answers came in. Let's see. Illness from eating Bonnie's beef. The trauma of our childhood books coming to fruition.
That's right.
Eating at Pizza Hut. Seeing ice.
That's right.
Wood chipper accidents. The color orange. Living in V for Vendetta. Sure.
Ooh, these are nice.
That's the Guy Fawkes masked film, right? Loss of friends from deportation. Oh, geez. Giving all your credit to Elon. Well, he's got listen. He's gonna get it one way or the other, kids. Mirrors being older than they have ever been before. Honestly, right now, this is simultaneously
I am the oldest I've
you've ever been and the youngest you will ever be. How about that?
Joe says, watching Jan's son read Jan.
Hey, Joe, I need a support group, my
You need
friend.
a different support.
I need a very different support
Did
group.
my mom really say that?
Speaking of things that are disturbing.
Wait.
Yeah.
You didn't choose the.
Oh fuck! Wait, did I not choose? I thought I said I said. Oh, it's David. Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah, I did. I pinned it
Okay.
even.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
David
sorry.
being in a support group. Yeah, but
Oh, sorry. I put number 10 because I thought this was number 10, but that was number 9.
That was number 9. Boy, we gotta turn on the afterburners here.
Jesus.
It's 3 after 9, and we're what do we have? We're only on round number 10, kids. Pippity pop. All right. The most disturbing movie I've ever seen is blank. We've all seen some disturbing films because we're Gen X, right? Things we definitely should not have watched, but sometimes you're existing without parental
I'm
supervision.
going to give that prize to Pink Flamingos.
Pink Flamingos. I couldn't make it. I
Nope,
could not make it
didn't
through that
make
film.
It.
No.
Didn't make it. I quit, and I'm
do
going to
it.
let you guess the scene where I quit.
Well, you had to quit before then because you know that scene's coming, so you have to get out.
I didn't know that scene was coming, and I quit at that scene.
You look like Rachel Zoe. That's very funny. Got my sunnies.
I got these at Dollar Tree.
Wearing
I
my
just want to
sunnies.
let you know. I bought them because I was like, oh man,
Those
these
are
look
re-
like sunglasses Alona would wear.
Those are fabulous. Yeah, actually, they do look like Alona sunglasses, don't they? I like those very much.
They do.
You know, the dollar store has some nice shit, man.
Yeah.
It really does. But I'm shocked at the things that the dollar store has, like meat. Like, did you know that the dollar store has meat? They sell meat there.
I mean, look, if you bought that there, caveat emptor, right? It's
Absolutely.
like getting free shit from Bonnie or
You-
taking
you-
that
you-
trailer. Like,
you need
come
to know.
on.
You need
You
to know.
knew what you were doing.
You knew what you were getting yourself into, didn't you? Also, Laura was out looking for windshield wiper fluid. today, and she went to the dollar store in search of that.
Look, I was solving some problem
She
shit
was
today,
a
okay?
problem-solving so-and-so.
My car was like, hey, your windshield wiper fluid is
I'm
low.
gonna
And I
deal
was
with
like,
this.
here's the problem. I've never opened the trunk or the hood of
And
my
why
car
would you?
because
It's
it's
an
electric car.
electric.
I don't know
What's
anything
going on
about
in there?
that.
Exactly.
I went around it. I have a fascinating life, okay? I
but
got some wiper
honestly,
fluid and put it in there.
Envy us.
Figured it out.
Envy us,
Whatever.
won't you? The most disturbing movie I've ever seen was Jaws, says Ange. That unmarked VHS tape.
I did
That
not like that.
are your parents? Yeah. The Room, says my mom. Hi, Mark. Well, I did not hit her. I never hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Old Yeller. Oh, my God. Anything involving dead dogs. Forget it. Huddy, Kool-Aid, and 1 cup of blank. Bambi, The Last Jedi. Not a funny answer, but a true one. Let's see. Zardos, starring Sean Connery. Chives, Mr. Ed Visits the Glue Factory. Human Centipede 2. You want some more cuttlefish, Kyle?
Absolutely not.
Lair of the White Worm. America Season 16 until now. Honestly, this final season of America is wild. You won't believe what's happening
won't believe.
this season. Let's see. Home Alone 2. Ray J's directorial debut. Putin's answered the P-tapes. Let's see. 961 times the quest for PBBJ as a winning answer. Kids. Yes, Kids was a very disturbing film. But it gave us the likes of Rosario Dawson and Chloe Sevigny. So, you know, everything's a trade-off. P. Diddy Ring Cam. 2 G's, 1 cup. Oh, hi, Mark. Let's see. Is this you or me? This
It's
is
me.
you. This is you.
I'm going to give it to Kathy for Old Yeller and
Yeah.
also that unmarked VHS.
I got unmarked VHS tape, I thought. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, baby, you know it drives me wild when you blink. You know it drives me wild when you blank. Ba-da-da-da-da. When you PBBJ. Come on, this is the time, Ray. This is your opening, so to speak. This is your opportunity, my friend. Baby, you know what drives me wild when you blank. Oh my goodness. Woody Allen, How I Met My Daughter,
Oh,
says
boy.
David.
Oh boy! See, that would have gotten a point, but I didn't see it. So here we go.
Well, day late and $1 short, kids. We're not to play this thing one of these days. Can you believe? Look. How cool!
It's been 5 years.
It's
he
only
just
been
got
5
that lemon
fucking
in it.
years.
Okay.
This thing is it is now ready for the Smithsonian. Boom. That also makes a fine.
You know it drives me wild when you shop drop that fucking hamster.
That's an old school cut right
Right.
there. That is
I
a
still
deep,
can't
deep
believe
cut.
he took that hamster in his pocket and left it at that pet store.
Let's see. The first and last king of
That's
the
amazing.
autism. That was yeah. It's a great story. The first and last king of the Autism Society of America. You know what? Well, listen, baby. You know what drives me wild when you leave me the fuck alone, says Cassie.
right.
It drives me wild too. Give me that PBBJ. Shop, drop that hamster. Clean the toilet. Tell me I am a good boy. Pat you on the head. And tighten the manacles a little bit. Yeah, maybe drip a little extra candle wax on you. Let's see. Fix the range hood motor.
See, everybody got problems. We got the cat piss. They've got the range hood, the broken range hood.
Christina says it drives me wild when you cash me outside. When you talk clean
How
to
about
me.
that? She makes like $10 million a month or something.
It's ridiculous.
I don't get it.
Bahabi.
Oh, and also she's feuding with Alabama Barker.
Oh, fabulous! Can they fight with guns and can we watch?
No, they're really beefing on the
I love
internet.
it.
They're trading rap songs.
Oh, that'd be well, no.
You know, Travis Barker's daughter who grew up in Calabasas.
Don't do it
but
like
sounds
that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do it with knives. Let's see. Leave an extra tip when you talk clean to me. When you give me the remote, bring home those new minnows. Let's see. Laminate things.
That's right.
Order
That's right.
takeout. Drive the DVR remote. Pay my rent. Slurp those noodles. You know, in Japan, it's considered polite to slurp your noodles. And when I was there, I tried. I really did, but I was afraid that I was actually going to suck some of the noodles into my windpipe. It's hard to do. And it's like, oh, but what if you? I think there's an art to it.
Why is the windpipe right next to the swallowing?
Poor design. It's our anatomy. That's one part of our anatomy.
Why
very
is I
poorly designed.
swallowed wrong even a thing? That shouldn't even be possible.
How can you choke on your own saliva?
Right?
That seems like a design flaw.
Can you die from that?
No, but you can certainly be embarrassed. Let's see. Set clocks to daylight savings time. Yes, indeed. Drives me insane. When you sing "Fine Young Cannibals," you drive me crazy. We're the gym teachers. Put the seat down. Cut a bitch. When you say you love me, sign the divorce papers. Change the letters of Burger King marquee to say I love McDonald's. Is this me? This is me.
You.
This me. I'm going to give it to Kathy for leave me the fuck alone, amongst other very, very funny answers. Oh, kids.
She drives me crazy.
Roland Gift. What happened to that guy? That guy was a very attractive man, Roland Gift. He had strange teeth, but
Strange teeth.
very, very attractive fellow. You know what? Blank always gets better with age. You know what gets better with age? Blank. Always gets better with age.
You know what gets better?
What's that?
That trailer.
That trailer gets better with age.
Just leave it for a year. Leave it sit out there. Leave it set out there for a year.
Wait, but setting.
Get even better.
Setting in the yard. Well, sure. I mean, certainly
Atwoods, though, do you think we should go get it?
It gives that it gives the stench an opportunity to really open up. You want that
right.
bouquet
That's
to really open up and kind of it's effervescent on the palate.
If there was
I
not a person living in there, I'll eat a bug.
Well, I mean, that you know of,
Yeah.
right? Squatters, I believe.
And just so much piss in the floorboards.
No, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Joe says it turns him on when you make that first cut into a fresh sheet of construction paper. That is something special, isn't it? It's very special. Let's see. Blank always gets better with age. Confabulation does. Dad jokes. Well, you can't tell a dad joke without confabulation, I find. Bonnie's Warm Beef, the only show. Well, you're watching us age in real time, kids. Honestly, if you look at, I was going. By the way, I found out.
Don't watch old videos.
Yeah, we have all the episodes archived on Facebook, but they go all the way back to the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
And
When we all were younger.
And I'm going to have to. Facebook has said that they're actually going to get rid of all old archived videos now, so we need to figure out a way to dump them off onto a hard drive or something like that. But yes, when I go back and I look at those, it's hard to believe how
it's only been
how much
5 years.
I've aged
Here
in
we are.
5 fucking years.
Yeah.
Let's see. Expired beef gets better with age. Me gets better with age, says Christina. PBBJs. Anal. The addition of Twitter. Let's see. We get better with age. Revenge. Donald Trump's obituary. There is a whole series of, it's kind of a trend on TikTok of everybody just saying, and they don't have to, they don't have to say anything other than, when it happens, where are you going to be? What are you going to do?
I'm not saying someone should.
I'm telling you what I'm going to do.
It would be nice if they did.
And everybody's talking about the party that they're going to.
What are you going to do when it happens?
Right, exactly. When it happens, and are you, if you're at work, what are you going to do? And if you're driving, are you just going to pull over and just start fucking dancing on the side of the road? Yes, is the answer.
I don't know.
My version of things gets better with age. Embalming, grooming of youngsters. Oh, Jesus. Veggie pizza, death. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Jesus, my worry lines. Stifler's mom has also got it going on. That was Jennifer Coolidge. You guys remember that?
Oh, jeez.
That was Jennifer Coolidge. Portia, the gays are trying to kill me.
Oh my God, are we all watching White Lotus?
White Lotus is so fucking it's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, Parker Posey is chewing up the scenery this year. I love it. Buddhism. I love her. I love her so much. Oh my God, ageism.
Buddhism, no.
She is representing for Generation X. Ageism gets better with age. Witchcraft. Let's see. Dear Laura, this is you, kiddo. Who had the funniest response to blank always gets better with age?
I'm gonna give it to your mom for Bonnie's Warm Beef. I don't know why that sounds vaginal. So vaginal.
Listen, when you get to be middle-aged, oftentimes people will be like, you know what I was doing before, I don't really want to do that anymore. I'm starting to, accept my mortality. I realize that life doesn't last forever. I'm going to go doing what I want. So I'm currently enjoying a second career as blank. I'm currently enjoying a second career as blank. Stefan Rants always get better with age. Do they? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Oh my God, you had a good one this week.
Did I really? What about?
There was one about U2. That was on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, yeah. It took me a second. Yeah, because of course memory.
Because you were like, you know what? And I'm like, I know that you've done this U2 rant 1,000 times. Sure. Could you still really be feeling it as much?
Honestly,
and you're like, actually, yes.
I don't have to phone it in. The song. What was the song that came on?
It was Pride in the Name of Love.
Pride in the Name of Love, and that is. Was it that one?
I think it was because you were like,
that one I don't mind because I think he actually, I don't think he's phoning that one in. I think he actually wants to believe that one. It was Wide Awake. It was Wide Awake, and that to me is like that is kind of the lodestar of Bono-ness, where it's just like you can hear him listening to his own voice in the headphones as he's singing, going, "Oh God, oh he's just, I'm so good." He loves
he's
it.
just farting and sniffing.
He
is
loves
what you're saying, right?
Bono.
He just loves it.
Nobody
He
loves Bono
it.
like Bono.
Bono loves
Let's
Bono,
see.
yeah.
I'm currently enjoying a second career as retired. Says Ann.
That's right.
Granny. Let's see. Social media marketing manager for Pizza Hut. Good job
Yeah,
on Huddy.
That's right.
Ray, good job. Harpo Northwest. We need one. Carrie, step up. The CFO of Christina Fucks Off.
How many Harpo texts did you get this week, Lori? I got 2. Two.
People know to send like when they have a Harpo sighting.
You're
they know
thinking,
who to notify.
I forgot all about that clown. How many texts do you get, Laura?
That fucking
one
clown.
a week. I get one a week.
At
Somebody
least one
from
a
the
week.
desert sends me one, or somebody goes,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I saw a book that Harpo was. Here it is." Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. A friend of ours was kissing Harpo.
One per week. Friend of ours kissed Harpo last week.
it's
Sent me a photo of that.
It honestly seems like he would have that old clown smell, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's see. Kathy's currently enjoying a second career as an underpaid worker.
Also, do you get shots if you kiss Harpo, or
You
if
should.
you don't
You should.
kiss?
You should make sure that you have all of your shots. If you
Maybe
kiss,
you don't need them
kissed a
if you
clown.
kiss him.
I kissed a clown and
I
I
liked
liked it.
it.
Let's see. I'm currently enjoying a second career as a dad, says Joe. Very nice. Yes. Love it, man. Leader of the Huddy support group, Voice of America broadcaster. Nope, never mind. Yeah, Voice of America off the air. We have no voice. Social Security doomsayer. Well, yeah. Honestly, business is booming, I imagine. Doge Stormtrooper. Get that brown shirt out, Joe. Keep it clean. Closet comedian, doom scroller. I work nights. Yes, I work middle of the nights. Christina. Village idiot. No, but Fuzz, no. Now you've been warned.
See?
Fuzz, no.
Now you
no,
get a timeout.
no. You get a timeout. Go sit in the corner and think about what you
that's
did.
3
John
Booger
McPherson.
references for today.
Clown, a TikTok scroller, Gen X sarcasm educator for Gen Z, Skibbity Toilet. Skibbity, weep, weep. The guy they call in to talk people down from taking free trailers home.
That's right.
This is me. Let's see.
But Eric, you want that trailer, don't you?
I'm going to give this to, gosh almighty, who there were so many incredibly funny responses on this one. Everybody had something to say. That was really funny this time.
This is me every time. I'm like, oh, kid, don't make me decide. Don't make me choose.
Jesus Christ, I don't know how to choose this
many.
time. It was incredibly funny. I'm going to give it to Kathy for Social Security doomsayer. Yeah. Because honestly, you'll never be out of work. At least not in the near future. I was really into the $6 Million Man when I was a kid. Loved it. Steve Austin was my personal hero. And of course, you'll remember from the intro, we can rebuild him, make him better, stronger, blank. You know, when he was running supposedly 60 miles an hour, somebody brought up a really interesting point, because the way that, and I thought it was a pretty clever way that they chose to depict that. They're like, well, it's going to look cartoonish if we show him, it's going to basically look like a Benny Hill sketch if we show him, we speed up the film.
Right?
So they did it in slow-mo, but the one thing that they forgot to do was make his hair blow back.
Oh,
so he's just running with perfectly coiffed hair.
Right.
If he's running 60 miles an hour, first of all, if you've ever stuck your face out the window, you look kind of like a dog.
He's a $6 million man. They've made his hair stay in place.
You think that was what it was?
Running.
He had the dry look.
Yeah.
Remember the dry look?
Exactly.
There
Yeah.
was the wet look was out in the 1970s. It was the dry look was in. There was a BO5 hairspray for men. My mom actually used to use a product called Hair So New. And I didn't know that was, it just seemed ubiquitous. And so we just, hair so new, hair so new, hair so new, hair so new. And because I had very tangly hair when I was a kid, my mom, I guess there was like, I think it was just kind of spray conditioner. And my mom would just she'd spray hair so new all over my hair, just go yank with a comb. And I'm like, ow!
What's hair so new? Is that a dry shampoo?
I think it was a conditioner. I think it was just
Like a
a
leave-in
type of conditioner. Yes, I have vivid memories vivid
So-
memories of my mom, like basically combing my tangles out.
So we
I have vivid memories of having hair.
I
Kids.
guess we should say we should issue a warning about this one food that we got this chip, this protein chip.
Oh, Jesus
And,
Christ! I don't even know if I can talk
It's
about this.
it's called Wild or something, Wild with an E. And we were joking this week, like, oh my God, it tastes like sizzling.
It
like,
does, yeah.
Because it's chicken. It's a
pressed
chicken
chicken
chip,
into
right?
a chip,
Pressed chicken,
right?
Right. Which is what sizzling was,
what sizzling
right?
was,
It was
yeah.
don't just sizzle fat, sizzling. And
Sizzling.
it was like a bacon, but it was a fake bacon that tasted like chicken chips.
Right, and then they freeze dried it and turned it into chips.
So y'all remembered sizzling? Am I?
You
out
know, we
totally-
remember.
Yeah.
They absolutely remember. And when you would cook it enough, it would get crispy, and that's kind of what these chips are like. So last night we're watching a Josh Johnson comedy YouTube, which
you don't
we are
have to
wanting
talk
to do.
about it if it triggers you.
It is triggering.
It's okay. Okay.
And I Laura had brought home a bag of these chips, and they were sour cream and
Salt and vinegar.
Salt
Yeah.
and vinegar. I'm like, oh, these are delicious.
Because they were on sale at the store. I was like, oh, they're protein chips, right? But they're made of chicken. They don't taste that great. They're like gritty and okay.
I'm mowing these down. Like I finished probably half the bag, and you see where this is going.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I'm going to sleep, and things are starting to go south. And I'm like,
oh no!
no. And it's that really panicky feeling like this is not gonna go. And it's like, you know, there's the north exit and the south exit. This was heading for the north exit. And I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, I snuck off to the bathroom, and I'm in there, and it's that very, very panicky feeling where you're like, oh God, what
will happen?
Make
What
it
will
stop.
happen?
Make it stop. Make
Yeah.
it stop. Oh God, please. Oh God, I give anything. Please, God, make it stop. And like the trickle of like cold sweat on your brows, like, oh my God. So yeah, anyway, I had a bad night. I had me a bad
So
night.
don't get those chips because they made him sick. So, you know.
Laura, and by the way, listen.
Sorry, I didn't mean to traumatize all of you.
And
I just wanted to issue a warning. Don't get Bonnie's beef and don't get the wild chips.
And long
with me.
story short, I'm their spokesman now.
Yeah.
They've hired me on as their spokesman. Yeah.
You're
yeah.
triggered.
Oof, God damn it. Never.
That was disgusting.
Never, ever again. That was rough. Okay, so we can rebuild and make them better, stronger females. Christina, good.
That's right.
Deader, thicker and longer, puttier, 18 inches, a Democrat, beefier, my AI boyfriend, and 18 inches, sadder, not Trump. But we don't want to spend a lot of money. Scene from Family Guy. Better, stronger, faster. But we don't want to spend a lot of money. Canadian, but if we do, he would. If we do that, he'd be a woman. And with rad sound effects when he jumps or looks at that one eye. Yang, 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 yang. Yep, I remember. Let's see. My 20s version of relationships. Able to leap buildings in a single bound. He drives a Cybertruck, so fuck him. Busier. 90s boy band hair. Harder. But he's a Trumper and able to run in slow motion. I figure we're talking about Lee Majors here. Yeah. Okay, that sounds about right. Gay and fabulous. Let's see. I can actually sing "I Will Always Love You" can actually sing "I Will Always Love You" in the original key. That hits some high notes. It does. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response?
I give it to Suzanne for he is gay. He's bigger, stronger, faster,
Gay and fabulous.
gay.
I love it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that is exactly right.
That is how he do better.
I had forgotten that we had this prompt from last week. This is a video prompt. Cheerios now with
You
vegetables.
know what? Stop it. That
With
kind of
vegetables.
shit offends me. Like, if I
vegetables.
want to put blueberries and fucking whatever else they put in there, I'll just put it in there, okay?
Blueberries are fine, but they're sneaking vegetables into your fucking
Yeah.
cereal. I don't.
What are they? Is it broccoli in there?
Presumably,
Give me a break.
yeah. So anyway, what else should you not put vegetables in? What else should we not be putting vegetables in? Being that we have free will and all, do we have free will, Joe? Ray, do we have free will? We should have a discussion. We should have a discussion sometime.
Why is it veggie mixed Cheerios? Why does it come to that? You know, I don't want to be all back in my day, but
back in my day,
do you remember when you ate dinner and your parents said, "Eat that thing of broccoli"?
my parents were never the kind of parents who made me eat anything. So I appreciated that. That was very, very nice. But
mom-
I knew parents who definitely did that.
My mom was like, here's a side salad. Eat the salad and you're good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she never made me eat, like, squash.
Well, she
or,
wanted to make sure that you got some veggies in you, right?
Like
Okay,
a
yeah.
little side salad. Like
Right.
A,
Well, maybe those banana blueberry Cheerios would have been just the thing for you.
I don't think I would have eaten those.
That was the reason why parents like gave their kids the Flintstones vitamins, right? Was because
You
we're
know the best
Flintstones
Flintstone
kids.
vitamin was
10
Dino,
million
the grape
strong.
one.
Yeah, the grape one was the best for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. What flavors? Was Fred orange? I think Fred.
Fred was strawberry or something.
Fred-
He was
okay.
pink, right?
Yeah. And then Barney was Barney green? I don't remember.
And then Wilma was yellow.
Wilma.
I don't know, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So.
Pudding.
Pudding.
You should not put vegetables in pudding.
Let's say, but not put vegetables in Uranus or on the planet
You
Uranus.
should not put vegetables in deep fried Twinkies.
Ice cream, foreplay. Don't use vegetables in foreplay. I guess, though, it depends on the vegetable. Does it not?
Oh, you should not put vegetables in your butt.
In 37
That's the
states,
answer.
in your vajayjay, Waro almost made Suzanne do a spit take. But with what? With what? We always
geez.
want to know. I was drinking water when you said that. I almost had a spit take. Ice cream, the cat on a leash, your butt. Rush, choose free will. And I will choose free will. The mailbox, kids' birthday parties, deep fried Twinkies. Sure, get your vegetables away from deep fried anything. Pudding. Let's see, the hole in your pee-pee. Yes, our neighbor, their daughter became obese. Yeah, we had some neighbors. They made their daughter. She couldn't leave the table until she cleaned everything off the table, and then she became quite obese.
That'll
And
give you food issues,
You know,
for sure.
she definitely had food issues. Joe says free will is an illusion, but since we don't have a perfect model of the observable universe or the initial conditions to plug into the model, we should live as if we did have free will. That is exactly right, because in order to actually have true independence from that, you wouldn't be able to trace it all the way back to basically the inciting incident of the universe from which every action would emanate. Literally everything that we're doing is an outgrowth from that.
That's exactly right.
And we don't really have we can't deviate it from it, and thinking that we can deviate from it is a form of being consonant with it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. Oh man!
Wow.
That
was a lot.
That came in. My freshman philosophy class came in real handy there. Let's see. Laura's Garden Ear. Laura will add cottage cheese to them as well. Frosting. Is this me? This is me. This is around number 15.
I was trying to get Ange to put cottage cheese and things yesterday, and I'm like, am I in a cult?
Honestly,
I'm writing a cookbook, okay?
if you are, it's a
It's
benevolent
not a big
cult.
deal. Whatever.
It's a very benevolent
I'm
cult.
like, she said something, I was like, you could put cottage cheese in that. I'm like, what? Oh my God.
I'm going to give it to Ray for
wrong with
in
me?
37 states you're with JJ. All right, so now Laura's gonna add it
Okay.
up and just
Now you're going to sing something or play a video or something. Go ahead.
putting vegetables in your vajayjay
Oh boy.
is illegal in 37 states. Don't, and you'll wind up in the emergency room, and they'll tell a story
What did you put in there, zucchini?
about you. Shooby-dooby-doo. Don't use vegetables as a sex toy
Oh boy.
unless you're willing to go all the way.
All the way where?
All the way with your zucchini or your some form of melon. Yeah.
Melon?
Ed.
You were going to say
What?
zucchini or squash, but that's the same thing, right?
And make
Cucumber.
sure that you hollow it out so you can go all the way.
How you say
hey,
cucumber?
hey. Hilaria Baldwin can't come up with the word for cucumber. She thinks it's concombre.
She's from Connecticut or
She's
Boston or
from
something.
Boston,
Yeah.
but she told Alec Baldwin to shut the fuck up on the red carpet. If you haven't seen the footage, I think you should.
Oh, it's so good. When I'm talking, you are not talking. When I'm talking, you are not talking.
She's a yoga instructor. Did you add it up?
I did.
That was
We're all
very
good.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm just
so
listening to your song.
very good. So, dear Laura, do we have a winner?
Well, it does seem that Ange and Kathy are tied for first place
All
with
right.
3 points each.
Okay, so here we go. We're going into the final round of tonight's fine game, fine contest. And by the way, I think I've done very, very well considering that I've been essentially brain dead this week. I'm having one of those weeks. I think I mentioned it last week where words are not coming very, very quickly right now. I've gone through periods like this since I was very young where.
Steve, funny.
And I warned you all that if I actually did have a bout of that on the show tonight, I might revert to monosyllabic grunts.
Sure.
Steve not come up with word. Steve say, Steve not happy, word not come to Steve. And so I haven't had to do that. Very, very happy that we Anyway, if you're very quiet right now, if you listen closely, you can hear blank. Shh. If you listen very closely, you can hear blank. This is for all the begonias.
That's right.
For all the tuna salad sandwich.
I'll find some kind of peep to send you.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, Laurel has no problem. We haven't.
Zabos, I sent you a big box of peeps.
Zabos, come on,
Go outside and look right now.
Yeah. Listen, we have an entire warehouse that is chock-a-block full of prizes. Don't think for a second that if you win the program tonight, that we won't march up there directly after this fine broadcast.
I'll send you something.
And we will send you something.
I believe everyone here has gotten mail from us.
Oh, I think you've all gotten something at this point. Hasn't every single person watching tonight, I believe, has
Except your mom. We just drive it over.
I was going to say, yeah, my mom would just drive it on over. Let's see. If you listen closely, you can hear words are hard before my morning espresso. That is true. Once I've had my daily dose of caffeine, that things tend to click into place a little bit more quickly. Joe says, I bet everything I own that more men end up in the emergency room from putting veggies somewhere than women do. I would not bet against that.
You're right.
And in fact, I've had friends who work in I have a friend who's an emergency room doctor, and I'm like, dude, is it true that you see a lot of people with things up the wrong end? And he goes, yes, it is.
Every single one of them fell on
true.
it.
Yeah, and you fell on it. You just happen to have your pants open
Sir,
and around your
there's
ankles.
a hairdryer in
time.
your rectum.
I don't know when
I fell on it.
Yeah, exactly. Christina says, if you listen closely, you can hear the tinkling of cash leaving my 401k. Oh, isn't that true? The Bear Halls Whispers. See what you started, Joe, all those years ago? Dust in the wind. The screams of trillions upon trillions of sperm hitting the IUD at full speed. Bam! Is that how an IUD works?
Right.
Diaphragm. Let's see.
How does an IUD work?
An IUD works. I was told it actually prevents the sperm from. It prevents. I think it prevents the egg, the fertilized egg, from actually making it down into the uterus.
Are we talking about science right now?
Implant it.
Don't listen to us.
I don't know, but don't listen. Science and math, not this fellow's department. Steve, not know.
We majored in drama.
Steve, not know. Steve, come up short. Let's see. Dust in the Wind. Mortal Kombat theme with the words "Finish him" in the background of every Elon and Cheeto Oval Office interview. Finish him.
We might have mentioned this. We were gonna we entertained the idea of starting a whole TikTok where drama majors explain science.
Drama majors would explain science.
Drama majors
and
explain math, or
Exactly.
Drama majors explain.
So how does gravity work?
And we're like,
why does the moon not rotate? And then it would basically just cut to us going, it's probably because the moon has to be facing the sun.
So you're heavy, and that we just explain what we learned like 40.
Tourists
and actual scientists are screaming, "You're stupid!" at the TikTok.
Exactly. Let's see. Stem cell Steve healing, says Suzanne, because of course. Hang on. There he is. Stem cell Steve.
For now.
Well, actually, that was Stem Cell Steve.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Tourist in Enumclaw. What Elon says backwards. Someone giving me the finger. Oh, me giving someone the finger, says Ray. Christina wants to be on the TikTok. I think we should do it.
Let's do it.
So let's vote now. Who had the funniest response? Time for y'all to vote. Who had the funniest response to shush? If you listen closely, you can hear blank. Let's start voting right about now. Everybody start to vote on who you think had the funniest response, and we will crown this week's winner. we had some fabulous gameplay here tonight. Had some returning veterans on the program
Tourists
here.
in Enumclaw. What's this city famous for?
Yeah, honestly, at this
don't
point,
get it.
they should just put it on the sign along with the population.
Yeah,
Enumclaw
maybe they should just put, "Don't Google it."
Yeah, that's it. Enumclaw
Don't Google it.
population 30,000.
Don't
P.S.
Google
Don't
it.
Google it.
Don't Google
You'll be sorry that you did.
I think we told you this. We had some people over, and they live in Maple Valley.
So
And
close
we
by.
told them a thing about Enumclaw, and they're like, "What about Enumclaw?" And we said,
We thought you knew.
go ahead and Google it.
Yeah.
And they Googled it, and they said, not surprising.
Okay, so they have prejudices about Enumclaw living proximate to it as they do.
Yeah.
So they
I don't
felt
know what
they
I don't
felt
know what
that
goes
equestrian
on or what
rape
they've heard.
equestrian rape is consonant with their personal
But they were like,
their
okay.
view of the inhabitants of Enumclaw.
Yeah.
All right, so dear Waro, who had the most upvotes?
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Shall we see?
There's really a cool bookstore in Enumclaw, says Kathy. All about horsies.
I feel everyone's tied now. Someone's gonna have to vote. So
Astonished golf fans cheering wildly as Trump wins yet another golf tournament. Yeah, that's funny.
Somebody vote.
The Dusty Shelf. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum.
Hey, if nobody wins, that's okay.
We've
We'll say
never-
everyone's the winner.
We've never had a show where nobody. Where we haven't crowned a winner. So I think one of us should be the tiebreaker. Who's it
okay.
between?
It's between everybody.
So everybody just has like one vote.
A lot of people.
Okay, so somebody go and vote for somebody else.
Somebody just
let's
go
break
and
a
vote
tie.
for somebody. I don't know what to tell
Let's
you.
break a tie. Should I start the timer again?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm not afraid to use this, kids.
Go ahead.
I'm not afraid. And don't think that I won't use that timer yet
It's
again.
9:35.
It's 9:30,
I know.
and already it's like we've been on the air for an hour and over an hour and a half.
90 minutes.
So nothing.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're all winners. Hey, everybody wins. All right, very good. Yeah.
We've all tied.
And
We've all tied. The
honestly,
winner is everyone.
Victories are Pyrrhic on this show anyway. So right.
Unless I send you a box of Peeps in the mail, which sometimes I do.
Kids, this has been absolutely spectacular as it usually is. Any final words before we head off?
Okay. Christina won for the tinkling of cash.
Hey,
leaving my
all right,
program.
very good. We have an actual winner.
Wait, no. Ray has tied with the screams of trillions upon trillions of sperm hitting. Okay, everyone's tied.
Okay, everybody's tied again. Okay, good. All right, everybody wins. Congratulations to everybody. Nicely done, kids.
We've all won tonight.
And haven't we all won? I think we've learned a little something, and I think that makes us all winners. Kids, anything to add before we head off into the night, dear world?
A cat can cause cat piss.
A cat. I cannot argue with that logic. Can't argue with it.
Singers, voices in your head coming through on the radio. Is anybody coming through on the radio?
We love you guys too. This is absolutely awesome. Kathy's like, pick me, choose me. Kathy's a pick me girl.
We pick you. We choose you.
We do choose you. We choose all of you. All right, kids, we will see you guys next time. All right?